Hi everybody, it's Amber and I'm back today to share the second video in the Spring Farmhouse collection. So you know I'm trying to go through my stash and use what I have, rediscover everything, especially right now while we're all trying to kind of stay home and do things and find things to do at home. It is so much fun, let me tell you, to shop through your stash, pull things out that maybe you bought a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, a few months ago, and just kind of remember why you bought it, remember why you fell in love with the prints and the papers and the embellishments, and create with it as if it's a brand new product. So that's what this series is kind of all about. And we're working with the Prima Spring Farmhouse paper. In my last video, well actually a couple videos ago, I created these gorgeous mini card sets. And so if you missed this video, we used a ton of paper and a ton of products from that paper line. So I'll link it right here for you and at the end. So if you missed that, go check it out. We made some really pretty envelopes. We used so much paper and it was such a fun video. So in this video, I really want to kind of use up the rest of that collection. And in the first video as well, I showed you everything I had. I have the embellishments, the die cuts, the flowers, the journaling cards, and the 12 by 12 paper. So what you're staring at here is the gorgeous project we're going to be working on today. And you've seen me make these on my channel before, but these are cute little file folders. And they have a really nice finished edge and look to them with these big pockets down here. And this is what I was talking about in that first video where I said this collection had so many of these 12 by 12 like collage style pages, and I really felt the need to cut these out and kind of use them. But the projects I'm going for, I really wanted to use up the entire paper. I didn't want to have a lot of scraps left. And so what I decided to do was take the entire 12 by 12 sheet and capture all the images in a folder. So this page is using this page here. This is the folder that I made out of it, and I used the entire 12 by 12 piece. And as you can see here, you get to enjoy all the parts of the collaged page, and I think it's so gorgeous. You get little snippets here and gorgeous full images. Even the pockets have pretty images on them, and of course the back. And actually the one that I just showed you here, this is the only folder in the whole thing where I kind of ripped the bottom of the paper, so the pocket is a little bit shorter than all the rest of them. And let me show you what the rest of them will look like. This is actually how deep the pockets are on these, and I absolutely love the look of this. Whatever you stick in is not going to fall out because the pockets are so deep, but this one's so beautiful. I love the collaging on it and the buffalo plaid. So pretty, and I just can't wait to decorate these. Also, I cannot wait because also in this video I'm going to be filling these with all kinds of fun goodies and kind of decorating the fronts of them to use up all the rest of that collection. You're going to love how I organize it and how I package everything up. It's going to be so much fun, and you can totally take your collections and do the same thing. It's such a great way to send happy mail to friends. So in the future, if you ever want to have like a crafting party, you can use these to make little craft packs and put little kits inside them. You'll see what I'm going to do in this video. It's so fun. So let me show you all the folders that I made, and then I'm going to show you quickly how to create one yourself, because I do have a full tutorial already on my channel, and I'll link it right here, to show you how I create these folders out of a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper, which of course is pattern cardstock, not regular paper. It's pattern cardstock. I'm still getting questions on that, so I just wanted to mention it again, that scrapbook paper, when I talk about scrapbook paper, it's always cardstock unless I say otherwise. So we're going to be making some of these folders, but first let me show you the gorgeous ones that I've already made. So I've already shown you this one. I love how they're double-sided and super pretty, and these pages are not cracking at all. like I mentioned, I do have a full tutorial on these folders on my channel already. I did a whole video and I'll link that below for you. So this is all you need to do to make one of these gorgeous folders. You need a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper, pattern cardstock, and I'm just going to cut off the branding strip to make this a full, true 12 inches. So the next thing you'll need is a scoreboard. So stick your paper in where the top is at the top, the bottom is at the bottom, and you're going to score it right down the middle at 6 inches. So score that right down the middle at 6 inches. I'm keeping it the same way. You're going to score in a 1/2 inch. So score 1/2 inch over here, and then you're going to go all the way to the end and score it at 11.5 inches. So you have a 1/2 inch on each side, which is a 1/2 inch and 11.5, and then don't forget you also have your 6 inch score line here. So then you're going to turn it this way to where your top is over here on the right, the bottom is at the left. And you're going to score this in at 4 inches. So make sure you get a nice, good score line here at 4 inches. And those are all the score lines you're going to need. So you can put away your scoreboard. So now all you're going to need is your scissors and a bone folder. So I have my bone folder here, and I'm going to be folding all my score lines. So first of all, I'm going to do the one down the middle. So just make your score line really nice and crisp, and then open it up, and you're going to fold your 4 inch score line up, just like this. So now open this back up and fold this back. You've seen me do this a million times. Turn it around so where your opening is at the left and the fold is at the right. And from that 4 inch score line, you're going to make a cut of a little triangle. Just like this. And this allows the folder to have a little bit of room here. And so now you're going to fold that down, and then you're going to fold in your 1/2 inch score lines. Let's go ahead and do that on both sides. And remember, you did a score line here, so you kind of have this like little panel right here where the score line meets there and here. You don't need this at all. So what I do is I cut this out. And what the tip I have for you is, see where this score line is here that goes across? Cut it just a smidge above that and just a smidge beyond this score line here. So now you have that cut, and now you just need to cut off this panel right here. So let me get a close-up. So you're just cutting off this panel, and again, cut just on the inside of that score line to meet that, just like that. So you just got rid of that panel. And the reason I had you cut inside that score line just a little is so that way when you go to close this, it has a nice clean closure and there's nothing obstructing it here. Okay, so now do the exact same thing on this side. So there's one more thing and one more little tiny cut you need to make before you glue these down. So once you fold your pockets up like this and then you close this, I like the pocket to have a little bit more freedom right in here. So this is what I recommend. Take your bone folder and see where the pocket meets. Just make a little crease right there. So now you have like a little crease mark right here. And so what I like to do is cut right down that crease mark, and then on the top of the crease mark, cut in a little bit at an angle so a tiny little triangle gets cut out. And right there and meet that score line, and that's what it's going to look like. So now when you go to close this, you're going to add your ATG all the way to the edge of those flaps. And then you get to close it up, burnish it with your bone folder, and then you close up the top part, and it makes it such a nice finished edge. See, doesn't that look really nice? And then you're going to do the same exact thing over here for this side. That's how easy it is to make one of these cute little folders. And the last thing I do is I close it up and I take my corner chomper on the 1/4 inch side and I round those 2 corners. So now it looks super nice and finished. It's got a nice edge here, beautiful pockets, and it's a cute double-sided folder, and also you don't lose any of the beautiful images. You can see all of them showcased inside and out. But now I'm going to add this to my stack and we're going to decorate these things. So now that I've shown you all of these, what I'm going to do is I want to kind of simply decorate the front of each of these, and then we're going to fill them with all kinds of goodies from the collection. So in the last video I shared that I had a few of these left here. These are kind of more like layering pieces. They don't have really an image. And then I've got some of these left, and I had shared that I was going to be utilizing these gorgeous images, and this is the project I'm going to be using them for. Also in that last video I shared that I did cut apart 2 of the 12 by 12 cut apart pages, 2 or 3 of them, and I came up with all these beautiful images as well. And then here's the iris case that I showed in the beginning. So this is the rest of the stuff that I have. I've got flowers and die cut ephemera pieces. I've got chipboard stickers, and then all the other stuff here. So I don't want to make this like too time consuming. I like to simplify things. I like to work in a certain order, and I like to have a plan, and I like to make myself an easy formula to do these so that I don't have to think too much and I don't have to spend hours on each one trying to figure out what I want to do. So I'm going to get all of this stuff organized, set out so it's kind of right in front of me, and then we're going to get started in decorating these. And it's here. I've got my journaling cards over here. I've got all my embellishments there. So I'm going to just stick this. Oh, and by the way, both of these trays are from the Dollar Tree. This one's from the Dollar Tree, and this came in like a pack of 3, and I got it from the Dollar Tree as well. They're really handy for this kind of stuff. So I'm just going to scoot these up a little so I have a work surface. And then I'm just going to open my chipboard stickers. And so let's work on the first folder. So here's a gorgeous folder here, and I just want to decorate it very simply on the front. So of course, you know, my favorite image is this one here, and it looks really good with that buffalo plaid. It's so Farmhouse. So let's see. So save that because that's gorgeous. So now I want to round the corner so I can match it up with the other one. I'm just using my corner chomper by We Are Memory Keepers. and I use the 1/4 inch side. It's really not the same, so I'm going to go ahead and chomp this side too so they match. So that turned into a really cute little card to put on the front. So look at this die cut. How cute is this? So I can put this right here. I think this looks so cute. So what I'm going to do is turn on my glue gun. So cute. It still keeps it somewhat flat, and then we can open this and fill it with all kinds of goodies, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. But let's get the rest of these folders decorated. So sit back and enjoy, and I'll be back to show you how we're going to fill these up. Okay, so I have them all decorated. Let me show you them really fast, and then I'll show you how we're going to stuff these. Folders done, I want to make some cute little packs to go inside. So this is what I'm thinking. I made 14 folders, and I want to split up the rest of the stuff I have for the collection in like 14 little piles. 3 sheets of 12 by 12 left. And I think what I'm gonna do is cut these big ones out and kind of put them with the ones that don't have a big one, and then I'm gonna cut these little ones out to add to the piles. That worked out perfectly. So now let me show you how I'm going to package these up. I'm going to use these clear bags, and I love this size. You've seen me use these before. It's the B54. I'll link this below along with the coupon code, so you can go over and get this if you want. But I'm just going to go ahead and package these up. So I'll start with this, and I'll just kind of keep everything on top of there. Slip it into my clear bag, and it fits perfectly, and then I'll kind of slide these behind all the stuff. Okay, it stays pretty flat. There's not a lot of bulk. And then I'll just close this up. It's kind of like a fun little ephemera pack. And then I'm going to take one of my folders and just pop this right in here. And if you remember in my last spring farmhouse video, a couple of videos back, I had some envelopes left. So I think I'm going to stick one of these in the folders as well. So I'll just stick it on this side. So it's like a fun little crafty pack. So I'm just going to bag the rest of these up and fill my folders. Really cute ephemera packs that I made with the rest of my collection. So this is a great way to use up those collections that you've had sitting around and you really want to use them and enjoy them, but you've just got so much in your stash that you don't know where to start. Well, this is an idea on how to use up the collection, really enjoy it, craft with it, and maybe share it with a friend. So I'm going to take, again, a folder like this and just pop that cute ephemera pack right in the pocket. And then, of course, I will grab an envelope that I made and stick it on this side. And I think I'm going to bring one more thing in to complete this side of the pocket. So something else in my stash that I've been wanting to use up are these ivory A7 cards and envelopes. So I think that this would be perfect to stick one envelope and a card base over here on this side of the folder. So that way they can use this to decorate a card, they can make this card into a journal, they can decorate the envelope, and then of course I'm sticking a cute decorative envelope that I made over here as well. So now we have a cute little packet of craftiness inside a handmade folder, and I'm going to go ahead and keep filling these up, and I will be right back when I'm all done. I've got 4 left here that I didn't fill because I ran out of stuff, as you know. I think they turned out so cute with all the goodies inside. I just love how they came out. And you can even go a step further and put these into a clear bag to keep them protected. And honestly, I'll probably do that. I just need to go through my stash of clear bags to find one that'll fit this. But what I'll do is when I find it, I'll link it below too, just in case you want to do that. Or just in case you want to make a bunch of these folders and not fill them with goodies, but just like stack them in a stack and then like wrap twine around them and give those as a gift. That would be awesome too. You could wrap seam binding around these to keep them closed. That's actually probably what I'll end up doing, because I think the seam binding would add such a cute farmhouse touch to these. Imagine like some seam binding around this. I just love that idea. So I use a lot of crinkle dyed seam binding here on my channel, and I get it all from Etsy, from MyScrapcabin. That's my favorite seam binding shop, so I'll link that below as well. But I think it would just look so pretty to tie it around this a bunch of times, so that way you're gifting a folder with the goodies inside, plus they're getting a sample of seam binding. So I'll probably end up doing that as well. So I hope that this inspires you to shop through your stash while you're staying home and just kind of be creative and look at it in a new way. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did and you want to see more. It really helps me out a lot. And I just appreciate all of you so much. I hope that everybody is staying healthy and safe and getting a lot of crafting in. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!